Now to a big change in COVID-19 recommendations from the CDC. Its new relaxed guidelines mark a big shift away from these safety measures that have been around since the pandemic started. As more Americans build up immunity to the virus, the CDC says people who don't have COVID-19 no longer need to quarantine if they come into close contact with someone who has the virus. They're also ending calls for social distancing. The CDC also tells schools they no longer need to do daily COVID testing on students. The changes come as the CDC says roughly 95% of Americans ages 16 and older have at least some form of COVID-19 immunity, from vaccines, by catching the virus, or both. School districts are also scaling back some COVID protocols. Beaverton School District just released updated COVID-19 rules for this upcoming school year, and we spoke to some parents to see how they feel about the changes. Fox 12's Adrian Thomas is live from the BSD district offices with the story. Adrian.
Well, Mia, one Beaverton School District student told us off camera with her mom that she's forgotten what a normal school year even looks like. Now, the district made this COVID-19 protocol announcement on Thursday on social media, from making masks optional to making big changes to COVID-19 testing within schools. Beaverton School District is getting ready to welcome back students in less than a month. April Barrett's kids are enjoying the last several weeks of summer vacation. She says scaled back COVID-19 protocols like optional masking will make her kids' classroom experience much easier.
For my kids personally, they are in a Spanish immersion school, so it's been really hard for them to pick up the language as they've been through this entire year. So I think masks being optional is really fantastic.
Another new COVID-19 rule this year: if a student tests positive for COVID, they must isolate at home for 5 days. They can return to school after 5 days if they are fever-free for 24 hours. Before, students had to provide a negative test to return. Notably, BSD will also not be participating in a weekly PCR testing program with OHSU this school year.
I think it's actually great. I've heard a lot of stories about kids crying on their Wednesday morning testing because they couldn't get enough spit in time.
Beaverton School District will still offer on-site testing upon request. On Facebook, a spokesperson for the district said the OHSU partnership program is being discontinued because it was difficult for some families who had chosen to participate to meet the weekly testing requirements and manage the testing process at home. Another parent we spoke with also feels testing can be left up to families.
We have the home kit test. If they're sick, we'll be able to test them if they have the COVID or not.
Now, if a student tests positive for COVID-19 in the Beaverton School District, parents will be notified parents of students at that school will be notified, but the identity of the positive student will not be revealed. We reached out to other Portland area school districts for this story, and the only one who got back to us was Hillsborough. A spokesperson for Hillsborough Schools tells us that they're still finalizing their COVID-19 plans for the upcoming school year. Live in Beaverton, Adrian Thomas, Fox 12 Oregon.